You could put an ad on
Pardon?
Craigslist and see what that happens.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting.
Well, maybe.
There's no...
Well, guys, thank you again.
Okay.
And
Scott, thank you very much for calling again. And please call us tomorrow after 9:30 in the morning. Ask for
let Marianne deal with it.
I'm sorry?
Let Marianne deal with it.
Yeah, of course. Right. That's Marianne's job, for God's sakes. Okay.
That's an interesting question.
How about if you just rent an office and put up a shingle?
Well, I don't think there's any license requirement to be.
I don't know that there's a license.
Well, you can't put a shingle up.
Why can't you put a shingle up? All you need is a piece of wood and paintbrush. Matt from Encino. Let's go back to the phones.
Hello?
Let's talk to Matt. Matt, are you talking to us? Come on in.
Yeah, hi, how you doing? I called about a month ago
okay.
saying that I was working at Rite-Aid Pharmacy and I had gotten robbed at gunpoint.
Right, I remember the call. I sure do.
Yeah, and about 5 days ago they laid me off.
Oh, well, let's ask.
Yeah,
let me ask you this.
Saying that they fired me.
Matt, let me ask you this.
Maybe I can hire a lawyer and somehow, I don't know, get money back from the
yeah,
robbery.
It's very possible.
In the dark right now.
It's very possible. Let me ask you this. What happened between the time that you spoke with us and the time that you were laid off? Did you do anything? Did you talk to them? Did you complain? Did you file anything?
I did not. I didn't file anything.
You didn't do anything?
No, I didn't do anything about the robbery. I just wanted my job, and I didn't want to make any waves.
Wow.
Well, one thing you can do immediately is file it's apparent you probably have suffered some emotional distress. They're probably going to claim that your work product got less. You could go see a workman's comp lawyer about filing a stress claim against them for putting you in a job where they don't have adequate security to protect you from getting held up. Workman's comp is payment by businesses for injuries without fault. That's assuming you have some injuries. I don't know about that. What did they tell you? What did they tell you why they fired you?
Okay, here's the thing. I went into the store Monday morning. I had a meeting with the human resources manager, and she was telling me that store location is not going to be there anymore in about a month. And she said that she was going to try and relocate me to Simi Valley. I don't have a car. There's no way for me to get out there.
Okay.
When she told me that, I stormed out of the office and slammed the door, and they're pretty much firing me for that.
Well,
okay.
Okay.
I was upset.
I can understand you being upset. It's sort of like you quit.
If I were a psychologist, I would look at it this way, or a psychiatrist, I would look at it this way. Since that robbery, you've been under intense pressure. You really shielded the company literally with your body and protected the company with your body, and they are not thankful to you. They haven't been thankful. And then when they tell you that they're going to lay you off in such a way that you can't possibly work for that company anymore, I could see where you would snap. I could see where you would feel that you were taken advantage of.
But what area was your store that you were working in?
Encino.
There got to be. I don't need the name of the company in here. There got to be a zillion of these stores around there. Aren't there a lot closer stores?
Yeah, but they're saying that that's the only store that I could be relocated at is Simi Valley. There's no way I can get out there.
But they already know that you don't have a car. They already know that you can't drive.
Yeah.
Do you know if they're relocating any other employees to a store that's closer to the one in Encino?
Here's the thing. There's another thing. It's about seniority. And I've been there 2 years, and everyone else has been there 8 or 9 years. So that's why everyone else is getting relocated. And I just had a question about this.
Well, whether or not you have a lawsuit or not, I don't know. It's an emotional thing that happened on the job. I would go see a workman's comp lawyer. On the other hand, if you think you're being terminated for some other reason, then you might have a wrongful termination suit. Their defense is going to be is that they were trying to relocate you. Are they closing the store down? Is that real?
Yeah, in about a month.
Okay, and they just relocated people to the person with the most seniority to the closest store when they got to you. The only store that is available for you is Simi Valley.
But guess what? If you do take some action, if you do seek out a lawyer and file a claim or a work comp claim or something like that, and it turns out that by the middle of March or beginning of April or beginning of May or even June, that store's still open, you may have a better lawsuit. You may have a real lawsuit.
What I would do is call the San Fernando Valley Bar Association. San Fernando Valley Bar Association. They have a referral service. Get a consultation with a lawyer that does job discrimination or workers' compensation, and have someone who can look at all your documents and spend a couple hours with you, or an hour with you, or a half an hour with you, and figure out whether any of your rights are violated. You may have a case, you may not have a case, but it's a unique situation. But that's what I would do if it was me.
I mean, regardless, I'm unemployed, but do you suggest I should hire an attorney?
Well, I would at least get a consultation and find out whether.
It may not be a big investment, but it may be a very important investment. That attorney may not charge you very much at all.
Well, the bar
and it may be worth.
Yeah. And the bar associations have a very small fee for the initial consultation, so
might be worth pursuing.
It's probably worth looking at.
Matt, thank you for calling Legal Help Live again, and good luck to you. That's too bad. That's really too bad.
Well, the companies are entitled.
Maybe it's a complete coincidence.
Companies are entitled to close stores down.
Yeah,
he's probably not a member of a union, so
right.
his rights are probably set forth in some policy and procedures manual. They sent out human relations, and what you really don't want to do is start banging the door and screaming and walking out of human relations.
No, I could see how that would upset people. A couple of years ago, we got a call from somebody who had called the fire department because he thought his apartment was on fire.
Oh, the cocaine
The police show up and arrest him for possession and consumption of cocaine. Well, clearly...
That's because he had white powder, I remember, all of it.
Yeah, it was easy to see, and there was no fire, by the way. Clearly, this fellow who was on the 405 and called the police department didn't watch that show. 33 years old. He reported a road rage incident on the 405. He calls 911, and when the police investigators, the road rage happened on the 405, but he lives in Redondo Beach. When the police investigators showed up at his house to follow up on the call, they immediately smelled marijuana and arrested him on suspicion for possession for sale. He had $2,000 in cash and 600 pot plants in his house.
El Stupido. Okay, guys and girls, thank you very much. We appreciate you calling in, listening, watching, waiting. We'll be back, God willing, and the creek don't run dry. And
you can call us at 1-800-405-4222. You can check us out on the website. It's up on the screen right now.
By the way, for those of you who have difficulty reading it, it's the website's legalhelplive.com. The Gmail is legalhelplive@gmail.com.
And now it's go time.
Go,
Solomon,
go.
We'll see you later.
And
we'll see you all in a couple of weeks.
Let's
Take care,
hope we
everybody.
have a little more peace and tranquility in the world for a while.
That would be nice.
Wow. Have a great week, and we'll see you in a week.